The propagation of these gardenias was rather simple. I took cuttings of the last few inches of 6 different places in the plant that looked like they were budding, so they had the newer leaves. I started this process on July 26th. By July, and this picture like you're watching right now, that is already on July 28th. And you can see that they're already budding a little bit. I did dip this in root hormone powder. This is already August 3rd, and most of them are already having little buds of roots coming up, but that one, there's one that didn't look like it was gonna do anything. The leaves are looking beautiful, and I was not changing the water, I was adding new water. This is already on August 8th, and you can see this little guy over here who I thought wasn't doing very well ended up doing this. The little particles that you see in the water is the rooting hormone. I did, like I said, I did not change the water. I just kept adding new water when I saw that it was going lower. These were having a lot of light but not direct sun. This windowsill is in my kitchen. This is August 11th. So if you look in here, they've grown a lot, and there's a lot of the root system right there. This is my finger, and this one too. So I'm gonna have to definitely plant them very soon. This one is the one that we thought was not gonna root at all. She took the longest, but she still did it, and it's pretty healthy, I think. One wonderful thing, or amazing I will say, is that they all have new growth. If you see, those are new leaves. This one too, look how beautiful. That definitely came after we caught him. This one does too. I don't know if you can see it, but it's right there. So all of them have new leaves. Look at how beautiful these ones are. So cute. So I'm planning to, and this is my windowsill. I'm planning to plant them probably this week. I need to go get dirt though. I don't have any. So here they are. This is week 4, I believe, and it's not quite Saturday today. It is Friday. Today's Friday. But look how the root system is, and I think they're getting tangled up within each other. Even the girl who I thought wasn't doing so well, she's just so beautiful, and they all are having new leaves coming up like I showed you guys in the last video. And so I think tomorrow I'm gonna go get some dirt and transplant them and see what happens. I would like to show you guys the big difference between August 11th in this picture for the root system, and August 13th, that's the next picture. At this point, the plant, as you can see, was almost drinking all of her water within 2 days, and the roots just kept getting bigger and bigger and kind of being tangled up with the other. This is August 13th, and we decided this was the weekend we needed to make the transplant. We are going to use these pots that there were some plants in there that needed a new home. So we are going to use these pots that Gabriela painted for me with the symbols from a TV show called Avatar. So these are how they were in these little shot glasses, and as you can see, there's a lot of roots in there, and we're going to transplant them into these pots that Gabby painted for me. The replanting process took about 25 minutes. We were very careful and gentle with the root system, so I had Gabriela give me a hand so that nothing will happen to these very, very gentle plants at this point, and they're still doing well and thriving. I have 3 gardenia bushes in my backyard. They're in the farthest point of our backyard, and they're beautiful. They bloom
once or twice a year, depending on how the weather goes. And they grow and we prune them and they come back even more beautiful every year. I love the smell of the gardenias, and they're big, beautiful white flowers. And so I kept thinking and thinking that I really wanted it to have those also on the side of the house. Now, gardenias are expensive, or they're expensive for us. And so I started looking into ways that I could have my gardenias but not pay for them. And there is a lot of gardeners that have wonderful information about propagation of different types of plants. And I found 2 or 3 videos that talked about how to propagate gardenias, and that's what I did this time. I had 6 different cuttings, as you guys saw, and I really didn't think that they would all root, but they did. And so I am super excited about them. I looked up a little bit of information, and most experts agree that they're not strong enough for me to take them out this year. So what I am going to end up doing is leave them in those pots that you guys saw during the video, and just leave them there until next year. And I think once spring comes around, I will transplant them outside. I feel that in this time and age where financial resources are short and we are going through financial instability, we have to take advantage of as many resources as possible, and that's one of mine. I want to see my garden grow into more beautiful possibilities, and so I wanted it to give it a try, and it worked. We will see. I'm gonna make a follow-up video next year to show you guys if they survive the outdoors or not. I hope they do. I just, I mean, this is the first time we do these. Now, I am planning on showing you guys a video about my vegetable garden. That was not as positive as this experience was, but I'm gonna show you guys anyway. This very small thing of taking the cuttings from outside and putting them in water and checking on them every day, and finally seeing the little roots come out, it was the most amazing thing. It was a wonderful feeling to see life grow anew, and almost like the plant not giving up, like, yeah, you cut me, but I'm gonna keep on fighting. And that's the spirit that I want to have about myself, that no matter what kind of challenges or what kind of little things get put into our lives, that we keep on going, and we find, like I find in YouTube, people who taught me how to do these and how to cut them and where to cut them and what angle to cut them and what to do every day and how many times change the water. All of those little things, that is support, that's a resource, and it has helped me feel happy that I'm gonna have a beautiful space in the backyard. Hopefully they're going to you know, grow and mature and give us another space to have something beautiful. I'm also going to see if I can get some cuttings of other plants and maybe plant something in the front yard. I've seen videos where people do roses as well, and I love roses, so I'm gonna apply that same methods for the roses and see if maybe that works out. I know that some people put in on the roses on the potatoes, and I tried that one time and nothing happened. So but I'm gonna do a little bit more research and see if maybe I can do that, because there's a space in the front yard that is looking very bare, and I would like to put something in there. But for now, I'm happy about the gardenias. I hope that this serves as an inspiration for anyone that wants to do something beautiful and maybe doesn't have the resources. Also, I hear a lot of people asking other, like a neighbor, or always ask first, obviously, but you can ask a neighbor or you know, someone that if you see a plant that is very beautiful, you can ask them to give you a small cutting. The cutting as you sow doesn't have to be really big. It's only like, you know, a few inches tall. And I don't think many people would mind, because if your scissors are clean or your shears are clean and you just need a couple of cuttings, I don't think anyone will say no. I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't say no. So if if you want different varieties, and I know that a lot of friends at work, or friends from your neighborhood, there is something called a garden swap. And it is when people take cuttings of plants that they really really like, and they start rooting them at home, and then they have a meeting, and then they swap these plants. um, I don't think we have one in my area, but I thought that was a very good idea. So maybe you can get, in a safe way, get in touch with people online, maybe on your Facebook groups, or maybe on Instagram. Again, in a safe way. Don't go meeting strangers, because who knows what's gonna happen. But if you do it in a way that you can trust these people, like if it's people that you know, and that you know that they also love gardening, or people from work that you trust, then maybe you can meet after work or after school, and with people that you trust. Don't go online and making a post and and maybe having strangers contact you, and maybe mean people, I don't know, or people who can hurt you. But if it is people that you know, and your coworkers, or maybe people from your church, and you can swap plants, and that is another way to save money. I hope that you guys have a wonderful week, and I want you to remember that you are beautiful, you are worthy, and you are deserving of happiness and love. And I love you guys. Thank you so much. Bye.